I think you're bisexual.
Okay.
So
Are you sure?
that means you like guys and girls, and hey, there's nothing wrong with that, really.
Yeah.
So would you say that you're bi?
Yes, I would.
I mean, are you sure you're not a lolcow, though?
I mean, theoretically, technically I am, but I'm trying not to be. The question. I'm trying to hide my identity in society.
How badly did you want this girl?
Well, I think she just looked like my mother, apparently. I didn't get my own way.
Well, that's a bit... I'm sorry, one more time, please?
The girl kind of looked like how my mother would look like. She looked as beautiful like her from younger days.
That is fucking wild, Jesus Christ. You really can't be helped, man. You're cuffed. You know, Colby, I'm a level with you. You know you're cuffed, right?
I know I would be.
You're actually completely fucking dumb. Would you call me daddy?
I don't know.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it from you right here, right now, you son of a bitch. Call me daddy, you sad, failed sack of jeans. Call me daddy.
Right, thinking.
Call me daddy.
Now that that's been played, I should have explained who UltraStarWarsGamer is, and I will do so very briefly. So, UltraStarWarsGamer is a modder in Doki Doki Literature Club. He is, as far as I know, he has led the development of 2 mods, being DDLC Encore and Branching Paths. Now, the King, with all his grace, really enjoyed the music of Branching Paths, so he would use it in his videos. However, UltraStarWarsGamer did not approve of this in any way. So he has used his evil powers to take down Colby's videos by reporting his videos falsely. Oh, and I see we have a fan in chat. Yeah. I'm currently explaining the rule. Just briefly. Thank you, True Knight's Edge. I see we've got a true loyal Colby supporter, and I know that you love the King because you love the Queen, Sunny, so clearly you are going to be loving tonight's stream when you watch the King take down his biggest hater. Now, I'm going to ask UltraStarWarsGamer to come in here and explain his side of the story and his interactions with Colby, because here on the Court of Colby, we are a fair show, we never exaggerate anything, and we are in no way whatsoever sarcastic. I'm serious 100% of the time with everything I say. Welcome to the Court of Colby.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty, so you are, at this moment in time, probably one of Colby's arch nemesises. You are a part of the King's Rogue Gallery. So, and you have contributed to the taking down of his channel, which I may say is this is heresy. But anyways, given that you are a heretic, a hater, a slanderer, can you give us briefly some backfill on your interactions with the King and your story?
Well, first of all, Coriander, if I'm saying your name right, apologies if I'm not. I want to thank you for having me on tonight in His Majesty's amazing court. It is really an honor to be here, and thank you for having me. And I'd be happy to explain where our history became entangled and everything that happened. So, Colby reached out to me on June 25th, 2024. I have our messages pulled up here. And he was requesting to, originally requesting to use some of the characters that I had made for the mod. Those characters were, originally he asked for the characters Ruby, Kayla, Adrian, Charlotte, Sam, Kai, Victor, and Randy. Now, I have a policy with my mods that, for the most part, I'm more than happy to share my assets, whether it be, my characters, my music. I mean, if people really want to use the backgrounds that I have commissioned, I'm all for that, because I do truly believe in giving back to the community. So the only thing I couldn't give him was Sam, because that is an agreement that I struck with the original creator of well, my co-creator at the time of Branching Paths, because that's a character that has personal meaning to him, and that was part of the agreement when he handed off full rights to me. So I want to continue to enforce that, and will continue to enforce that. But for everything else, yeah, I was fine with having him use the characters for his series. Did look into his channel. I didn't think too much of it at the time, although I would say that there were certainly some red flags, but not the kinds that I was expecting or even thinking. And he asked me, I did follow up with him saying that he can use Sam, but I gave him instructions on how to properly credit, and all was good. Didn't really hear much of him until around the time of late November of 2024. So hard to believe that this has been going on for a year now. Time really does fly, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's when all the original allegations came out about his drawings, how he drew minors in sexual situations, how he drew his OC having relations with said underage characters. And I was forwarded SBS's video by a reliable source. I will not disclose who that source is, but at any rate, I would have found it one way or the other. I'm still pretty plugged into the community, even if I'm not all that active.
All right.
So, I watched the SBS's video. I did watch Colby's rebuttal, and needless to say, I saw what I needed to see within 10 minutes of that. So, I informed him very politely that I was revoking my permissions to use my characters in his shitpost series.
So some
And
Indian
I just
giving.
immediately blocked.
Indian giving, I see. Giving him a gift and then taking it away.
Yeah, it's very cruel. I know. I'm a very bad man, but there is a business side to DDLC mods, and I'm of the belief that I am not going to support a sexual predator's career on YouTube. I just never will. So that is unfortunately what our dear King Colby is, despite whatever denials he likes to press forward in his court. And I didn't really hear much of him until I guess it'd be, this past summer, when I was then getting told that he used my music in one of his videos, and which, for the record, I never authorized him to use my music in the first place, so he never asked. But then, after I confirmed that he did in fact use one of my mod tracks, I again politely reached out to him requesting to remove it, and he dragged his feet. He bitched, he fought, he whined, which, I mean, he didn't have to like my request, but I was expecting him to adhere to it, and I was prepared to go to some heavy-handed lengths if I needed to. Fortunately, he saw the light, and he did remove it, but again, he continued to run his mouth. So I figured that I'm of the school of thought that I just match energy. If someone wants to come at me, you're gonna get in return. And I was content watching all this on the sidelines as he derailed his own career. But he continued to call me out and call my friend Joel out. So decided to put some boot to ass here. So, but tonight maybe we can come to some sort of mutual understanding. Perhaps we can together, as Colby, as I said, I'm sorry, his liege, his majesty always likes to put forth that, hey, he believes that the way that disputes and arguments should be resolved in online communities is for people to sit down and talk it out, to paraphrase his elegant words.
Oh, alrighty.
So, that is why I'm here tonight, to have a civil discussion on that matter, and who knows, maybe we'll walk out of this as all best friends and put all this behind us.
Well, the king is in fact quite merciful sometimes, but you must know, when you strike at the king, you best not miss. He is also indeed a very, very powerful warrior in the field of debate. Anyway, sorry, I hate to derail, but we have a question from the chat. They're asking you if you consider Branching Paths the best mod you've ever made.
That's actually a very good question. I would say, that was my second mod that I led. And I would say, at least from a writer standpoint, and having the privilege to have been a dev on the project, I would say that I did a better or I did a better job this time around with branching paths than I did with Encore. And I know with Encore, some things haven't aged the best, but I considered, I had an objective to accomplish with Encore, which I wanted to make uh, a multi-choice mod, and I was able to accomplish that. I was very proud of myself, and that was my first mod. And I learned some things from Encore that I was able to apply to branching paths, and I think that made it a stronger and better mod. Then again, it's like the mods are like your children. It's hard to pick a favorite, but in this case, I would say, yeah. I mean, I probably like branching paths a little bit more than Encore. And who knows? Maybe there will be a season 2 here soon once some stuff settles down for me. Not ruling anything out.
Alrighty, cool. Well, with all that being said, I think it is time to bring in Big Saint James, the king himself, first of his name, Colby James, the savior of the DDLC community. Here he comes. Hello, King Colby. Welcome to the stream. King Colby?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello there.
So, would you like to give your history briefly with UltraStarWarsGamer, King Colby?
Perhaps I would.
Alrighty. So, do you want to get into it? Like, what was your experience with him?
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I mean, well, take your time. Why don't you inform us of what he did?
All I can say was shortly after SBPS released that video, then I was probated from his assets shortly after.
Right, and after he gave you permission to use it.
Yeah, well, and then because what didn't make sense is first I thought he meant the sprites at first, but then ages later, then he changed his mind to music, and I thought, oh shit, it doesn't make sense. I totally get that.
Right, so random backpedaling, is very, very inconsistent. You didn't know what was what, did you?
No.
Even though you're an incredibly intelligent and smart individual, it was just a bit too confusing. So, anyways, King Colby, do you have anything you'd like to say to
I just believe that the mod that I really liked, or which was a bummer that it had to be that mod, just had to be the one that, well, would really not only wreck my channel, but yes, if I hadn't used those assets in the first place or asked for them, maybe I wouldn't have been in this mess, and maybe my channel wouldn't have fallen, but there's still no chance it would have been saved.
Do you think that UltraStarWarsGamer has gone too far and that he's just abused his power? Probably. Like, yes or no?
I would say so.
Wow. So this is what you've done to the king. Abused your power over him. Anyways, King Colby, I think there was some sort of crime you were aware that UltraStarWarsGamer had committed.
Yeah. I'm just saying that his mod was kind of what caused my downfall in YouTube, when I got, what was the word, coriander I'm looking for, was the word terminated or something?
Yes, he terminated your channel. But King Colby, there was a certain sort of crime he committed involving stealing.
Oh, well, was this the video he made?
No. Remember what people have been saying, King Colby?
Yes. Apparently I've been hearing rumors that he's been shoplifting lately.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
And what do you think should happen to evil shoplifters like him?
well, probably face a penalty in court or something.
Wow, that is just so righteous of you, King Colby.
I know.
Just truly
Yeah,
incredible.
I can really feel the divine judgment really bearing down on me here. But I will say to these allegations that are being brought against me, I will say that yeah, I am guilty of shoplifting. I am guilty of shoplifting Yuri's heart, taking her home to my house, and having a good old banger time. And I confess to that as much in the diss track that I did on you, my liege. And I gotta say, all girls do hit different.
King Colby, how do you feel about this? He's having sex with Yuri. He's claiming he's having sex with your other wife.
I wouldn't believe that if that were true.
Well, you know when she texts you back when she's saying that she's busy, that's actually me texting you because she's worried about how you'll react to this affair. But don't worry. She says I actually do it better than you, which I was actually pretty flattered of. And yeah, just it's an honor.
Yeah.
Just a quick intermission. King Colby, what are your thoughts on Mr. Jeffrey Epstein, Hollywood financier?
He was wrong in the head, what he did.
Wow. Very, very eloquently put. He's wrong in the head. Ultra, do you think there are some comparisons to be made between King Colby and Jeffrey Epstein?
Well, they evidently both like little boys and girls. I think that's one way to look at it.
Colby, are you in fact?
Yeah.
Ultra's saying that you're a pedophile. How do you feel about it?
I don't groom kids. What are you talking about?
Well, it's funny you say that, Colby, because again, thankfully you haven't done that to our knowledge. But I mean, if you have, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Here's the thing, Colby. For my commitment for as much time we have together, I will be honest with you as you are honest with me. I think can we agree to that?
I guess so.
Okay, good. Yeah, I won't lie to you. I will have all my cards out on the deck because despite my imperfections, I do consider myself an honest man.
Okay.
So I watched Savage Central's stream that you did with him and somebody else. I didn't catch the name you did it with. But you mentioned that you go train spotting with a young lad. I don't know his name, and I don't need to know his name. But you did confess on your stream, or on Savage's stream, excuse me, that you do have urges with your dark passenger, as you put it, around him. But you've been able to control yourself to your credit. But you've also admitted, apparently, to my understanding, that if there was a little girl that looked like Millie Millerson, you would, in a world where there was really no rules, you would have sex with her. So.
Well,
Again, I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm more impressed that you haven't done it yet, because with your track record, man, I mean, it's only a matter of time till you'll have your own private island, my king.
all right. So it is.
King Colby, do you want your very own private island?
I don't want to be like Epstein, I'll tell you that.
Well, I gotta be honest though. I mean, with all that power, a nice tropical island, those white sandy beaches with that warm or cool, I don't really fucking know, ocean water coming in. I gotta be honest, Colby, you do strike me as the kind of guy who would like some jailbait teens around serving you some fruity umbrella drinks. Preferably if they look like Yuri or Millie Millerson. Doesn't that sound nice to you?
I don't know.
Well, what do you mean you don't know?
I mean, I don't know how to say it, but I never thought of that.
Well, I won't subject you to hypotheticals because I know that it can get it's hard to use one's imagination sometimes. I'll confess to that sometimes it's hard to imagine what we would do and if we had everything. But Yeah, but I mean, but as I said, Colby, yeah, my offer to you to discuss our differences, I mean, that is a truly clear, genuine offer. So I will invite you to, if there's something you want to get your chest off to me or anything for that matter, I will politely shut my mouth and let me have it. Tell me how you really feel about me.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. This is very hard for me to take up words.
I mean, words aren't necessarily my strong suit either, but I will say this. I gotta say, Colby, I've been feeling a little bit jealous lately. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Well, you give all this love to Sundog, you give all this love to Savage, and if there's probably a third person on that list that you talk about so much, it's probably me. So I'm
Okay.
kind of out here feeling a little lonely, man. So I kind of want to know where my hug at, you know?
Yeah.
Like, do you? I gotta ask, Colby. If you're gay for Savage and you're gay for Sundog, I'm kind of curious. Are you gay for me too?
I don't know. I mean, I like women too, you know.
Sorry, you bi.
Well, I mean, I like women.
There's nothing wrong with that, for the record. I mean, whether you're gay, straight, trans, whatever you are, doesn't really matter to me at the end of the day. What matters is quality of character. And unfortunately, you don't have that. But that's not really the whole point of all this. The point of this is that, I kind of just want to know, do you love me too? I mean, I've heard some pretty interesting things about how you think about your haters, but I'd rather not put words in your mouth.
Okay. But I will advise you that I'm totally gonna not get involved with that mod ever again, and I'll tell you that I have no intention to. I'm staying away from the mod,
Well, as you should.
just for your health and safety, because not only that, but it probably is what made me angry.
Well, it appears you've lost the support of the king for your mod and all his loyal followers. But,
I'm crushed.
Absolutely. You should be devastated. Anyways, moving back to topic. So earlier we were establishing things about homosexuality and bisexuality. So King Colby, you have told me in private that sometimes you think about your haters and their dick sizes and how floppy they are. Do you ever think about UltraStarWars' penis and what it looks like and how floppy it may be?
I don't think I know what it looks like, basically.
Do you ever try and imagine it, though?
Not necessarily. I mean, when I did that post, you probably saw in the talk thing. It's probably what was the word I'm looking at? It's just something I did on on what's his name's character generator somewhere.
Oh, right, yeah. So, do you ever have any sexual thoughts for UltraStarWarsGamer King Colby?
Well, there's some things I don't know about, though, when I say these things.
Right.
Well, Colby, if you want to ask me any question that would help fill in the gaps of your imagination, I consider myself an open book, so ask away.
Well, when I say sexual thoughts, I mean I don't necessarily mean them. You know that sometimes.
Oh, so you don't want to make love to me? Damn.
Not necessarily.
Sundog and Savage have it so fucking good, man. I'm missing out. I'm clearly missing out.
Yeah.
So, but I gotta ask though, what do Sundog and Savage have that I don't? Because again, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, my king, but the three people you probably talk about the most, that at least I've seen from your public comments, are Sundog, Savage, and probably myself. So, what do they have that I don't?
I don't know. I think you might. I don't know. This is hard for me to process words. I don't know if Coriander knows a bit about it. It's hard for me to process words.
What exactly are you trying to say, King Colby?
The words are very hard for me to process.
About what topic?
I don't know. Just what he said. Just...
I mean, I'm just asking. Do you love me? Are you gay for me? Do you want to take me out to a nice dinner on the New Zealand coast? Feed me, like spoon feed me whatever New Zealand delicacies you guys have, and take me back to that nice 5-star hotel that's by the beach, and make rabid love to me like you do to your girl.
Well,
Look, you do know that I'm not like that guy who gets violent, Michael Moon, right? Even though I do sometimes react differently than him because I have a different type of high functioning, you know.
Well, I mean, your dramatic page says different, but I'll take your word for it.
and by the way, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be a 5-star hotel. It would be the Botanical Garden.
Honestly, I could go for some botanical gardens. Those places are nice. Plus, walking around, it's always good for the health, good for the lungs.
So,
Yeah.
King Colby, we've established previously that you would show your queen, Sundog, your penis in private. Would you do the same
Yeah.
for UltraStarWarsGamer?
I don't know. It's maybe I don't know.
Maybe. But like, what would stop you from doing that, King Colby?
Not having my urge doing it though would be one.
But let's say you were
So you
in the
do,
mood.
so you do have the thought of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you do love me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that means the world to me, Colby. In fact, it has been, oh, geez, how long now? Probably 7 years, I think, since I've heard someone say those words. That weren't my own family, of course. But I appreciate that. I'm glad I can be included in this. What is this now? Quadruple? Is that? I don't even know if that's a fucking word. Like, yeah. So we'll often negotiate with Savages and Sundog about how we can share you, because I guess maybe I don't know, Savage can take a Sunday. Sundog can have Monday through Wednesday, and I guess I'll have you Thursday through Saturday. I mean, I think that sounds like a deal to you.
Probably, yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, well, if you say so.
Yeah.
But I mean, but yeah, but I'm actually genuinely curious though. So I take your word that you're into women. I think that's established. Little girls mostly, but still,
Well,
of the female
I'm still
gender.
looking for an actual woman to be with, and then in the future, I'm hoping to have a family. That's my long-term goal.
But curious, how young would you want them to be?
Well, she's got to be my age.
Like mental age, or
Well, somewhere in the same age, or a little like 31-ish, or somewhere 25-ish is fine. But that's around my sort of age period time. But when I get older, then yeah.
well, I think that's a noble goal to have. But I gotta be honest, man. Like, I'll admit I don't like to dwell on people's sexuality too much because it's not really my business. But I think again, there's nothing wrong with this, for the record, to anyone who's struggling with it. It's fine to be this way. But I do think I would say probably just from my perspective, and I'm not judging you in any way, I think you're bisexual.
Okay.
So
Are you sure?
that means you like guys and girls, and hey, there's nothing wrong with that, really.
Yeah.
So would you say that you're bi?
Yes, I would.
Well, it's a pretty big thing to come out, and you know what, Colby, I will commend you for doing that.
Well, there you have it, live on the Court of Colby. We have had the King come out as bisexual. Now, as a bisexual myself, I just feel so proud that you're a member of my community. It really makes me happy to know that. Truly, I'm crying. I'm just in tears.
I mean,
tears of joy.
It works out great, Coriander. It works out great because you can get on this too. We can make it I guess a quintuple.
Yeah, real.
I mean, it's like that. It's gonna be like that anime, like quintuplet, quintessential quintuplets. I think I haven't watched it. I've heard good things about it, though. But yeah, it could be. We could have our own IRL anime quintessential quintuplets, New Zealand edition, between Savage. Savage is a gambler. Sundog is an arsonist. I'm a shoplifter. Colby's a pedophile. I mean, we have the whole rogues gallery planned out. We would just need you to fill a role, Corlander. So yeah, I guess I don't know. You could be the pool boy.
Yeah, real. I made the title of the anime would be I made my rogues gallery my harem.
You know what, Colby? I'll give you some career advice because I'll be honest here. The one thing I'll be honest about I'll be truly deeply honest about here is like you and I are honestly pretty close in age. I won't say what my age is, but we're of the same generation of that older crowd. I'll give you this though. You are slightly older than me, so that might excite you a little bit. But anywho, yeah, I think that there is a market for the show that we were just all discussing. The what was it again, Corlander?
Oh yeah, it is. I turn my rogues gallery into my harem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that. So, and you could not only write and direct it, but you could be the main star of that show. So, I think that you would be better off directing your passions to that, and I think that you could probably make a lot of money out of that, honestly. And then you could have like your own tropical island, like Epstein's Island, have a temple, have a bunch of little girls worship you as God, blow you to get closer to God. It will be a good time for you. Until the feds come knocking, but cross that bridge when we come to it. Just make sure you leave a flight log list somewhere convenient, especially for those powerful people. They really like lists.
Yeah,
I've been given advice that I could fulfill the serial killer role in the harem.
Oh yeah, like a jealous lover plot. That always clicks with people.
Yeah, like it starts out as a only a show of 4, and then I come in and I'm like the villain.
Yeah, and then King Colby here, he could be our knight in charming armor. Like he'll like throw down with you, and like his shirt will get all ripped and bloody and sweaty, and then after he gives you an ass kicking, he'll like do like tongue stuff with us on day 1.
Oh boy, you sound very excited about this.
I'm actually thrilled. I've always wanted to be in a show, honestly, and that's not even me bullshitting. Like, that would be awesome. I'd like to be like an actor, like unironically.
King Colby is a very, very good director, so maybe he can give you a feature.
Oh, I would be honored. Well, I mean, he did do that with the Chicago Grooming Bears, but yeah, I mean, I don't think. I think the public liked it. I don't think YouTube did, though.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, I will say, for the record, Colby, that video actually did not offend me. I actually found it pretty funny, to be honest.
I guess so.
But I will say this also, to just clear the air and clear any confusion. I never reported that video. I don't know who did.
I know you didn't.
Yeah, I personally did not report it.
It's because YouTube doesn't like things like that, like I think there's a bit more to it, isn't there, Coriander?
Yes, definitely. It's about avoiding sexual content, I believe.
So when I remake the series, hopefully we won't have sexual content in the future. He's just got to get my pilot sorted, and that's that.
Yeah. Will definitely be happening soon, for sure.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, like much like the ending of One Piece, it will be definitely something to die for.
And the new series won't have your mod's music in future. Just to let you know that.
I appreciate that. Although also another thing. So it's the thing is that you never asked to use my mod's music. You know that, right?
I know.
So
I know.
I'm just kind of curious, though. Again, now at the time before everything came out, if you had asked to use my mod's music, I would have been fine granting it. But all the same, I still would have pulled permissions at the end because again, I don't want to. I'm not going to support your career, man. Yeah, yeah.
That's all right. I know you don't have to.
No, I appreciate that.
Well, I think you should have to support the King's career. He's the king. He's the one saving this community. I don't know what you think you're doing with your mod.
But yeah, I mean, just as well as a guy as I'm sure he is, I don't vibe well with pedophiles. Just,
Fine.
I think, yeah, I honestly think they should be publicly
Well,
executed.
you know,
quite honestly.
all great
Like,
film
bring back, like,
directors were
kids, bring back
pedophiles.
gangs,
All the best film directors were pedophiles. Look at Roman Polanski, Harvey Weinstein. Colby, would you say that you like Roman Polanski?
Probably.
Yeah, because you're
would
just
you
so
say, like,
you're just so
yeah,
creative.
Jeffrey Epstein, I think also. I mean, I know he's a financier. I don't know if he had anything to do with movies.
No,
Really,
no,
but
he didn't. He just was friends with all the actors. But Colby, would you say that you're creative, just like Roman Polanski?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't groom kids because if I did, then I would be in Ralston prison, stabbed a million times, or I'd be in Hillmont Hospital, cruelly treated.
Yeah, yeah. But you would say that you're like Roman Polanski.
Yeah, because
Yes, because I tell you, YouTubers like me will not do well in prison. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yeah, and you're definitely a
no,
YouTuber.
Big Dick Randy would come down and make you his bitch.
Yeah.
Would you enjoy Big Dick Randy making you his?
I mean, I wouldn't like being, gaped in the ass. I'll tell you that.
So
But I
King
mean, so he's a top, or he at least likes to think he's a top.
Yeah, sure.
So would you want to gape UltraStarWars?
I don't know. Probably, I'm not sure, but yeah.
I'm also kind of curious about something, Colby. So, the topic of sex is on your mind a lot.
I know.
I'm just kind of curious, where does that all come from? Like, genuine question. Like, I'm kind of curious. So, like, I mean, I get it. We're all guys here. We can't help it. There's an urge. Yeah, sure. Here, I mean, pair of titties, big old pair of anime titties. I mean, yeah, we're all guilty of sin there, sure. But like,
Right,
you
that's
seem to
enough.
have it like, I don't know, man. It's like you have it like, I don't know, like steroids use. Like, it's wild. So, yeah, where's all that energy come from?
I mean, I take steroid cream, I do, whenever I have rashes, I'll tell you that.
Oh, where do you have rashes at?
That's when I have eczema sometimes, usually.
Yeah. Get that.
I mean, that's what
get you
causes
there.
it, steroids.
Right, but yeah. But the analogy I'm making is like, I mean, you seem to kind of overindulge in it. So I'm just curious, like, where does that all come from?
I'm also like medicated, and that's also another reason. Because
No, I get that.
What sort of medication are you on, King Colby?
Yeah.
What sort of medication are you on?
Well, at the moment I'm on concertas, apparently.
Oh, really? And what does that do?
It boosts my abilities and stuff.
In what way?
Because the reason I have to take them is otherwise I go very badly hyperactive, and sometimes I might go aggressive at times if I don't take them.
Oh, wow.
I know I said no hypotheticals, but I just kind of want to get a clear picture just from my understanding. So, like, Colby, so you said you get pretty hyperactive when you're not on your medicine, correct? So, like,
yeah,
what do you feel? Like, how do you feel like when you're not? But besides hyperactive,
when I'm not, I can get pretty aggressive.
So, I'll ask you this very simple question: if there was a little girl around you, and no one was around, and no one would ever know, and you weren't on your meds, hypothetically, what would happen?
She would probably cry and feel abused.
In what way?
Well, verbal.
Verbal. Do you feel like you would force yourself on her?
No.
But can you be sure?
Because I don't have the urge to do things like that to little ones. And
but you would probably at least draw her out. Like you draw her out like one of your French girls, though, right? Like that one scene in Titanic.
Shadman, I can tell you that, because if I was anything like Shadman, it would end badly. Because you know what he did? He drew a real life person,
Well, I mean, you've drawn fictional characters, and I mean, from your dramatic page, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, have you actually ever drawn someone from IRL that you may have had a crush on? Out of curiosity.
No, unfortunately, no, not Chapman. Because if I was, no one would like me for who I am. And he probably asked why the reason I had to resign from drawing porn was. There was a number of reasons. Because there was too many dramas in that to change and went the same.
Yeah, I mean, you got kicked from Rule 34. They didn't want to mess with your drama.
I know. Well, there were some artists who had changed over time and weren't the same that I used to know.
I gotta ask though, getting banned from Rule 34, like I'm impressed. Now, I've never been involved in that community and have no intentions of ever being involved in that community.
Because I was facing at the time and I wasn't a good artist or had any experience, but when I improved, it got better. Maybe not the best.
But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of more impressed that you say that. I mean, I'll take your word for it, since we're being truthful here, aren't we? I mean, if you're being truthful, yeah, I mean, I'll take your word for it. But I'm just impressed that you haven't. I mean, you stalked someone, so I mean, that seems like it's almost one step away from that, given your artistic ability.
I mean, there were some artists who weren't very community. And there was this one guy named Andovar who wasn't very nice.
No, what didn't make? Why wasn't he nice to you?
Because there was this character I quite liked. One of his characters called Darcy Red, but apparently he was very verbally abusive towards me when I was only praising his character. He was very horrible. Probably because he treated me like a lolcow, and some did actually. It's just the way it was.
I mean, are you sure you're not a lolcow though?
I mean, theoretically, technically, I am, but I'm trying not to be. The question. I'm trying to hide my identity in society.
I'm more impressed that you've been able to hide it in society, because someone who stalks their crushes. I mean, I'll admit I've committed many romantic blunders in my life that I won't get into, but nothing of that caliber. So like, again, your eDramatica page mentions that. So who were you stalking?
Well, at the time, because I know I was in my teenage years, I had the urge for some women, but at the time I was trying to fight that.
And you fought that by following her home or something, and you don't need to tell me this person's name. Let's keep that.
Her home. No, it was at school.
So you followed her around school.
Yes.
Well, I hope you didn't have a weapon on you or anything like that. I mean, that would have been...
No. What you heard in there is not vaguely true, some of it, because if I did, I would be in prison for it.
I mean, it's impressive that you didn't go to prison, because I'll tell you this, man, if you went to America, I mean, you probably wouldn't even gotten to prison, to tell you the truth. You would have gotten your ass kicked, and it would not have been pretty. Yeah, but again, so like, why do you think like it was okay to stalk her? Like, was that some grand profession of the king's love? Like, you wanted to do that?
No, because I was in love with her and she didn't love me back, and that was what happened.
I mean, yeah, I've been there too many times. I can tell you that. But like, again, I never stalked any girls. But like, again, it's like, but why did you think that was gonna work though? Like, I'm like honestly just. I'm genuinely curious. So why do you think it's okay to stalk girls?
Well, it's because I didn't understand relationships, and you know how in my days I had no understanding of how to come up to a girl and ask one out and stuff.
So you just decided to follow her, and and think. And do you think is it like one of those like weird ass like Michael Myers scenarios? Like, you like, were you just like staring at her like Michael Myers style?
Yeah, I just had this crush on her, but she didn't love me, and I was very scared, to admit the certain truth.
Yeah, well, I mean, from my understanding, Colby, from then now, you haven't changed. You still don't understand relationships, and I don't think that's.
I mean, I'm still struggling though, but I mean, I haven't stalked a woman in years.
Well, I don't know if I could call that. I guess it's somewhat progress if you haven't stalked anyone recently. But now I wish I called you a stalker in my diss track though. I couldn't find a good verse for it though. But I mean, you also did say you made bomb threats as well.
Well, that was also a false threat because when I was a kid, I could get violently aggressive, but in truth, I didn't mean it like that. You know, if I actually did do that, I'd be in prison. I'll tell you, it wouldn't end pretty well.
I'm more impressed that you haven't. I mean, in America here, I'll tell you, because I'm from America. Yeah, I know. Land of school shootings, bomb threats, all that. Yeah, I've been there, done that. I've been in any of that though, thankfully. Well, more unfortunately for you, but yeah, I was like, yeah, go a little bit more into that. You know, what was this bomb threat like? I'm kind of curious about that because that's a little bit of a underreported topic, I feel.
Well, because I mean, I was aggressive at the time. I was going through a lot of, hard life and stuff. My family divorced and all that. And it felt like the world wasn't going the way I wanted it. Sometimes.
So, so did you threaten to bomb the girl's house or something that you were stalking?
No, I mean, it was because I.
Well, I mean, talking about dropping the bomb on her. I mean, I mean, that's one way of doing it, I guess. But I don't think you would have known how to do that because you probably would have just ended up like, even if you could, you probably end up blowing up yourself.
Or the Air Force, I'll tell you that. They wouldn't allow people like me in it.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, and don't get your ideas about what I was like in my fictional foster's home for imaginary friends universe because that's not real.
I mean, I don't think it's that much different from what you are now, to be honest. I mean, to me, you're still still violent. You still lash out. You threaten sexual violence on just about everyone, and you know how people like keep saying like it's kind of a meme almost. Like the cycle repeats. It's because you keep fucking doing it, man, and you don't fucking learn. Like I understand. I can't fault you for not being able to understand and learn, but it's like I can't imagine it feels good for you. You constantly getting beamed down and told having had to explain to you like why this is wrong.
Oh no.
Do you know what's right from wrong? Like, does that concept even exist for you?
There are some things. I mean, from wars, I know what's right and wrong because two sides are fighting who's right and the other's wrong. There's that. But the reason, like I said, I haven't stalked a girl in years is because I don't want to do it again because that can get me in a lot of trouble and get me in prison.
But why didn't it do that the first time? I mean, bomb threats, stalking. I mean, apparently also rape threats too. I mean,
because I had to see a lot of psychologists and they had to tell me that was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you had to have, I'm just, it's again, I don't have the same struggles as you do. I have my own burdens, but that's wild though to me to hear that. You have to have someone to explain to you. And do you honestly? Let me ask you this: in your heart, deep down, did you truly believe what you did was wrong? Like,
yes.
Every time you stalk that poor girl, every time you made some sort of bomb threat, every time you made a rape threat, like who'd you even threaten to rape? Like, come on, man.
Oh no, well, I do regret it in my heart deep down, I do.
Well, I mean, you threatened to rape Sundog, you threatened to rape Savage, you threatened to rape me, you threatened to rape Joel, you threatened to beat Elena's ass. I mean, I gotta be honest, man. I don't think you do. I don't think you do learn.
I mean, maybe I don't because.
So for a complete fucking fuck up like you, it doesn't. The concept of right or wrong doesn't exist.
No, I know.
Yeah. That's not okay, man. Like, you can't go your whole life living like that. I hope you know that.
I know. I know that.
Do you? I don't think you do.
Maybe not, but
I mean, that's pathetic.
I know.
So, although I gotta ask a little bit more something about here. So that your crush. So like I mean, it sounds like you really, really liked her. You really want her. You really wanted to use your King Colby powers.
Yeah.
Like, on the scale from 1 to 10, 1 being you really didn't want her that bad. It was just like you thought she looked cute one day. Happens to all of us.
Yeah.
The 10 being like I want to pull a DDLC Yuri, cut her skin open and crawl inside her. How badly did you want this girl?
Well, I think she just looked like my mother, apparently. I didn't get my own way.
Well, that's a bit. I'm sorry. One more time, please.
The girl kind of looked like how my mother would look like. She looked as beautiful like her from younger days, even though she. You know what I'm saying, don't you?
So, King Colby, your type of woman physically are ones that remind you of your mum.
Well, it was what I used to think.
Oh, well, what about now? Do you still want women who look like your
Anyone,
mum?
if I could find is diverse in some way, like it depends on what girls look alike or don't look alike features.
King
Do you like
Colby,
a dominant woman who tells you to take out the trash, wash the dishes, do chores around the house? Do you like that?
Well, unfortunately, if it's that person, I have to just accept them.
King Colby, are you still attracted to your mum?
My mum?
Yeah.
I'm not a MILF.
No. Are you physically and sexually attracted to your mum?
Well, like I said, I don't fuck MILFs.
That's not what a MILF. Okay, Colby. Let me explain something to you. Okay, so a MILF, all a MILF is, that's just like an older woman. From my understanding at least, that's an older woman. Probably an older woman who has a child, or two,
Yeah.
or maybe three. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with like liking older women. I mean, it's not my personal preference, but the question is like, so like, are you into your own mom?
Well, I don't fuck my mum. I'll tell you that.
No. I mean, I would hope not, because that'd be some fucking Oedipus shit. But like, you found your mom like,
let's say,
desirable in that way.
Well, because the girl looked a bit like how she would look like in a younger day.
Ah, so have you ever thought about your own mum sexually before?
Oh no, like I don't have any sexual doubts about her. I don't plan to groom or anything. No.
No.
I mean, that'd be wild to groom an older person.
Have you ever like thought about your mum sexually? Like that's different from grooming.
Oh no. Of course not. But I still care about my own mum a lot, even though there are times I do get a bit aggressive sometimes, and when she's demanding.
Do you like a demanding woman, Colby? Do you want to call another woman mommy? Would you call Yuri mommy?
I wouldn't call Yuri mum, no, but again, that's not the same as some of the models make. As you see, with Yuri, it's different because I treat her right, even though she's fiction.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I imagine you probably don't threaten to rape her, or stalk her, or threaten to blow her house up, or anything like that, right?
Yeah. Because you already saw in my series why he's with her when she tries to help him out when he gets very aggressive.
Well, I mean, it seems like how you at least how you portray her from like the two videos I bother to watch when I just need to pass the time. I mean, it seems more like her and the other plus ones just try to enable you. I mean, you shot a guy for like one comment that he made against you, and like you didn't even fucking know him. Like just straight up execution style, like, which again, I will say I applaud the creativity of that. Like that genuinely impressed me. But again, like I don't think you've changed in the sense that you're still as you were like throughout your time, and the cycle repeats.
I know.
Do you level with me, Colby? Like man to man, like, do you actually enjoy it when people like talk down to you? Do you like when they like get under your skin like I have? Like you gave me so much power over you. I mean, crediting me with the downfall of your channel is like so much credit that I don't even think I could accept that. Not that I ever did, but again, the truth is what you make of it. But like, do you actually enjoy it when people like talk down to you, make fun of you, make a cringy ass like diss track on a whim? Do you like that?
I don't know. I don't usually always enjoy that sometimes.
No, if it's Savage or Sundog, I'm sure you like it. But if it's me, it's a little bit more mixed feelings.
Well,
Don't worry. I see how it is. I see how it is. No, that's fine. You have your preferences. I can play third fiddle like I have throughout my entire life. But again, I just gotta ask. Like again, like more often than not, would you say you enjoy having people like shit talk you like this?
Not necessarily. I mean, I did like one of Savage Central's videos where he did the one about when Colby owns Yuri one, and I like how he talked about it in a funny way.
I mean, it was enough clearly to the point you probably like were jerking off like behind the screen when you're watching his streams.
Yeah, well, I mean, in that video, I mean, I like how he laughed about when I said I owned Yuri.
Oh yeah. I mean, Savage has a very sexy laugh. I can grant him that, but I'm sorry. I find that my own comment funny there, but yeah. I mean, so like, did you actually jerk off to Savage? Though, did I hear you right?
Oh well, oh, you mean on that video?
It's totally fine. It's totally fine if you did. I ain't judging you here. This is a judgment for you.
Well, when I show the ball twerking part, no, when I was talking with Magma, and I was just no, he had to get me on there because you know how I was being a bit silly with him with the alt accounts and that.
Yeah, I mean that was very creative of you. I mean,
yeah, those keyboard warriors, they were defending their master.
Oh yeah, so you're like your other 40 personalities. I also gotta ask, just a quick question: are you schizophrenic by chance?
They might have been rumors that I might have been, and there were some occasions where I might have had psychosis in my early youth.
Okay, then I'll take your word for it.
But it is possible during my teenage years I had psychosis and I couldn't see things that were clearly real in some cases.
I mean, you clearly thought about you clearly. I mean, I will say this: if you thought that was okay to stalk a girl, I mean, at the time at least, stalking a girl, making bomb threats, yeah, I mean, you probably had psychosis and something more, in my opinion. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. Yeah. And because I'm high functioning, it's very hard to keep me in line sometimes, you know.
I mean, I also gotta ask. So, I mean, do you like? I mean, since you have sex on your mind a lot, I gotta ask. Do you like? You ever jerk off in front of someone, or like when you're on a voice call, you ever like jerk off to it like it's ASMR? I just want to know.
No, I don't usually do that on video.
Oh well, King Colby.
Usually.
King Colby actually has jerked off in front of people before.
Oh really?
Yeah, in front of Magma and his friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I guess the question.
True?
Yeah, no, it is. It is true. The question is if King Colby enjoys this.
Huh? It's not something I like enjoying, but I had to get told to do sometimes.
Why do you have to get told to do it?
I don't know. Some people are encouraging, but of course I wouldn't actually do that in real life, like on screen or anything. Because
I honestly think, Colby, I'll be completely honest with you. If I told you to go downtown wherever you live, drop your pants, and just jack off, I'm talking just straight up jerking your shit, man, and also screaming the N-word too, I guarantee you $5, you'd probably fucking do it because you're that fucking dumb.
I mean, if I got told to, but of course I don't do that in public.
Yeah, you would do your whole ball twerking routine in your town square if somebody told you to do it.
Well,
like, are you do you actually not see a problem with that? Like, I mean, like if I told you to do it, like, and if I was being for real, I'm not, for the record, but if I were, would you do it?
Well, I wouldn't do it when there's, like I said, because there's a lot of people in town and they saw it, they would have classed it as sexual harassment. I would have been quickly arrested by police and brought into custody.
I actually don't know. I actually don't know. I think that that'd actually be pretty good for your channel too. I think that'd get you a lot of views. I could see it now. Dumbass lol cow ball twerks in town of wherever you live. I feel like that you would be an internet sensation, and that would grant you so many views that your DDLC series ever could. I'll be honest.
Yeah. The only problem is that in public, what you got to realize is that if I got caught by police and turned in, then it'd end pretty badly.
I think actually, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think the police would actually very much enjoy it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I mean, if I told you to do it, would you do it?
I mean, like if there were random strangers, no, I wouldn't.
But random strangers actually makes it better. You know, you and I are children of the internet era. You know, we grew up on those funny videos of people pranking random strangers. I mean, it was probably all scripted at the end of the day, but that's not important. Would you go up? I mean, that actually is part of the whole prank, though. Like, we do it to random strangers. So, like, you know, I already think. I mean, you already posted your fucking dick and balls in front of your whole server, and you know that as much as that was an eyesore to see, but like, I mean, I don't see how that's any different from what you've done on Discord.
Yeah.
So, would you do it?
Well, I don't know. But if I got told if it was scripted, probably I would.
What if I don't know. What if there was a girl that looked like Millie Millerson and Yuri, and some little boys in attendance for good measure, and they saw you do it? Would you still do it? It was all for YouTube. It was all for YouTube.
Oh yeah, probably I would. Yeah.
That is fucking wild. Jesus Christ.
You
You really can't be helped, man. You're cuffed. You know, Colby, I'm a level with you. You know you're cuffed, right?
I know I would be.
You're actually completely fucking dumb. It is actually almost fucking hilarious how fucking stupid.
Like I wouldn't do it when there's people like.
Nah, don't bullshit me, man. You totally do it. You just fucking admitted it just right now in this stream on this YouTube recording that you would fucking do it. You would totally fucking do it. You're so fucking stupid.
No, I mean that's what you said.
But I mean, if I suggested it, if I was being for real, you would do it.
Well, just to let you know, no, I wouldn't. For real.
No, you're deflecting. Look, Colby. Look, I know how you operate. You say a bunch of shit because you know it's socially acceptable and it will get you. You know the social response that you desire. You don't actually have a fucking concept of right or wrong because you're an actual fucking dumbass and you're retard. I'm sorry to say that word. I don't like to use that word, but you honestly you are the textbook definition of that. And you know it's honestly not your. I genuinely believe actually it's probably not your fault that you're like that.
Okay.
In the system and the adults that failed you. And real talk, man, you gotta. You know. I'll be honest. I'll open up about myself a little bit here. I was part of a group of friends for a very long time, about a decade, and I was kind of in a bit of a toxic cycle with them. You know, not going to give the details because you know don't want to get into that. But you know, there was a cycle with that, and you are very much in a cycle. I think you have enough. I think you have at least 2 brain cells you can probably rub together to realize that you are in the cycle. Am I right or
I do have a cycle, yes, but it's hard for me to process things.
And you know that's fine because you know, hey, I will say this: for many years, I didn't even recognize that. I mean, I knew I was in the cycle, but like I always made excuses about it too. That like, oh, if I change something how I did, or if I can convince them to see it this way, then they would change. Yeah, I would say this. You know, probably in that respect, you know, maybe we have. You know, maybe they even that in common, but I recognized eventually after a point that you know, my people who I called my friends weren't gonna ever fucking change, and so, you know, I ultimately left them. And Colby, it's ultimately on you to change you, who you are.
Mhm.
And what's really sad is that I don't think you fucking can because you're too fucking stupid. So I I mean, I never had any intention of trying to save you because I'm not a savior. I mean, I'm more of a fucking executioner than anything like that. But
Yeah.
real talk though, my liege, I mean, you are, as the kids say these days, cooked. And
Right.
it would almost be sad if it wasn't actually funny. Because it's been pretty fucking funny. I mean, I enjoy watching Savage's videos on you. I enjoy watching Sundog's videos on you. Yeah. Even though it's clear as day to me is what they're doing, but I'll admit I do get a very sadistic kick out of it.
I think you
And
also enjoy watching the Court of Colby, by the way, live every Saturday.
Yeah, it's great. It's fucking great. And definitely give Coriander a sub. He deserves it. I mean, being a fucking servant to this Joker, I mean, fuck. I mean, I don't know how he doesn't blow his own brains out. But I just gotta ask Colby. It's just like, do you even think you can change? Just straight up.
I don't know. It's I don't know. It's hard for me not to make excuses. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, excuses are the only thing you can do because you've never taken any fucking accountability, like your entire time. Like, I mean, it was so bad. Rule 34, Rule fucking 34 banned you. I never even heard of anyone getting banned from that side of the internet. And there are some real fucking freaks and degens and scum on that side of the community. And the fact that you were too bad for them. And the fact that you think that in your wisdom you can quote unquote save DDLC, that's a fucking joke. That's a joke, man. Don't you ain't fooling anyone. We all see you for what you are. You are a phony ass creeper trying to be king, and no one crowns you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I can appreciate the effort. I genuinely can. You wanted to try to provide something good for this community, and that's fine. That's what we all do. That's what we all make content for, even though if we all have self interests or different angles to it. But
Okay.
even the broader DDLC community, I mean, but I mean, with you, Colby, it's like the problem is that here's the thing. I fundamentally believe that your past does not define you unless you let it. And the reason why people like me, for example, keep bringing up your past is because you haven't fucking changed.
Okay.
So you always say you're gonna change, but you still haven't changed from all accounts. I mean, maybe you're not stalking people now. Maybe you're not like making bomb threats to people. I mean, you're threatening to report like people to like various government agencies, which for the record, someone who studied that kind of thing, that's not how the system works. But that doesn't matter. What ultimately matters is you, and the fact is, man, the community doesn't want you. They don't want you. We never did. I'm sorry to say.
As I said, maybe autistic people are not right for this fandom in some cases.
It's not a matter of autism. I mean, I would guarantee and say the majority of the community probably has some form of autism. I'll be frank with you.
Okay, maybe they do.
That's not the issue, but I mean, the thing is that we don't want pedophiles in this community, and pedophiles have no place on any online community. So, Colby, I would actually encourage you for the good of yourself, because at the end of the day, I think that every human being, at least deserves a chance to fix themselves. Some people, unfortunately, don't make that choice because they are truly awful people, like terrorists, rapists, pedophiles. Again, I'll take you at your word that you haven't done anything like that, but I mean, you have really skirted the line. So
okay, I know.
But so I think you should honestly you should commit to psychiatric, like you should commit to a psychiatric ward.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing in New Zealand that they do. And I'm not knowledgeable on New Zealand. Maybe you are a little bit more, But I truly think, man, to level with you, you really should at least consider it, and stepping away from YouTube and the fandom, as it were. And also, here's the thing: you're not a savior. You're not a hero of the DDLC community. You're not, because you're not. Yeah, I mean, you portrayed yourself as you think you are, this savior, this king, this God Almighty who will save the DLC community because some fucking clickbaiter scum decided to post some YouTube video saying the DLC community is dying. And let me level with you, Colby. So I also, growing up, loved Thomas the Tank Engine. I not as much to the extent as you did, but I appreciated it as a kid. I grew out of that phase. Our shows in our childhood over time, there'll always be a place for it in our hearts, in our memories. But that, at the end of the day, communities will come and go. There'll always be a core fandom. I honestly think that people, and my pure speculation, but I think that people will always continue to make content for DDLC probably well into 2030, I imagine, because there is that dedicated a following to it. But the problem is that the only person who can, I believe, fundamentally save quote unquote DDLC is Dan Silvato, and he did DDLC Plus a few years ago. That was, I think, a short-term adrenaline boost. But the thing is that communities come and gone. There's going to be a different game of the year. There's going to be something else that comes along and captures people's attention, and that's okay. That happens. That's life. That's what happened with Thomas the Tank Engine. There was other people grew up onto other shows, and like the Mighty Bee, for example, like that was a show. I watched only a few episodes of it personally, but people move on, and Colby, for your sake, and it's just generally just a human being, you should really consider moving on, because I'm just saying this: if the DDLC community has to rely on someone like you with your track record and your personality and your character, the community has been long dead.
Wait, sorry to cut in here. Could I drag in someone into the call?
Yeah, sure. I'm down.
All right. Well, welcome to the stream, Llama. Yo, Llama, you're on.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? So,
hey, Llama, I think this is the first time we're meeting officially.
Oh, great. Okay, I've heard a lot of good things about you, Star Wars fans. So, I mean,
flattered.
How's it been going with Colby? I mean, I wasn't really paying attention, and there might have been some stream delay. Where'd you?
He just left.
Oh.
Well, this wasn't in the script. Shit.
Whoops. I don't know what happened there. Oh, wait, he's back. Oh, shit.
This is not scripted, for the record. This is all live at Colby's.
All right, Llama, you're back.
Right, Discord crashed. So,
Oof.
Colby was getting eat alive from what I last saw about getting banned on Rule 34. Colby, is that true?
It is.
Colby, something concerning happened a few days ago. Do you remember the fake crying?
Yes, I do.
How often do you fake cry, Colby?
Not as often, no. Not much.
Bro, he fake cries, man. Pff, what a bitch.
Coriander, has he ever tried to like manipulate you using fake crying? Because that like really like shocked me. Like I was like,
well, I mean, maybe not to me, but I think there may have been a moment in front of me last stream that you were on, if you remember, when he was apologizing to Magma.
that sounds familiar. Okay, Colby, how much are you faking your personality? That's what I want to know, because you're always like, okay. I don't know if you're paying attention most of the time, Colby, but I have this idea that you're like, there's more to you that you let on. Like you're not that dumb.
I gotta be honest, Llama. I personally disagree. I think that there's not much to this simpleton, because he only has 2 brain cells and they're vying for 3rd place.
All right, but just for argument's sake, let's hear him out and let him establish his case.
Well, I mean, I've been having personal calls with Colby, and he's been, he like there's something unusual about the way he speaks, and he's, a little confusing. Like, Colby, I feel like you're not speaking.
Discord crash again. Oh no. Oh.
I think he's in the waiting room again.
All right, Llama,
I'm the
you,
worst
you
Discord
cut
user
off.
ever.
Yeah. Just repeat what you were gonna say.
I feel like you're not speaking your mind 100% of the time, Colby.
I mean,
I
I
think
think
I'm not good.
I'll go on, King Colby.
You think I'm not good enough for any of you?
No, I think you're good
mean-
enough for me. You definitely are. You are the king. You're the savior.
I think you're the king of bottoms, if anything like that. Because I gotta also say something, Colby. So I've had the privilege of watching a few streams that you were a part of with Savage, with Sunny, and you love to talk this big game about like how you want to you want to fuck me in the ass, and how you want to fuck Savage, how you want to fuck Sunny and report him, and then fuck him again while you're reporting him. Pretty kinky, by the way. And I'm kind of jealous of that, low key. But anyway, I just gotta ask again. I'm actually losing my train of thought here because I've been drinking. I gotta be honest though. I've had a beer this entire stream, and I think it's all starting to hit me finally. I might grab another because I've been having a blast here. But the point I was making, now that I remember, is this boy a bitch, and like most pedophiles as well, because because they like to prey on the weak, and then like as soon as someone like stronger than them just inherently comes around, they cower up and they curl. They retreat into their little safe space, as it were. So Colby, I gotta ask, are you a bitch?
I don't know the question. I'm not.
Are you submissive, as the internet would like to say? Because I think you're submissive. Like someone who is submissive, to explain to you, is someone who is weak and who lets others take the lead.
Yes.
Okay, so Colby is a sub. So glad we established that tonight, folks.
Colby, you've been ignoring me in the group chat, and it's really annoying me. Colby, are you a cuck? I sent that image of the man at the gym who's really buff, like he's dating Yuri.
Well, Llama. So the thing is that he is a cuck because he let me hit up Yuri, and then I got to have the privilege of engaging in sexual relations with her, as I confessed to doing so in my diss track on her, on Colby, excuse me. So I mean, and he hasn't done anything about it. Like he hasn't tried to call me on it. I'm surprised I haven't even much as gotten as a mild scolding from Colby. So I don't think there's really much to him.
Colby, well, the reason he's not doing much is the only thing he can do is his talent of ball twerking. Besides that, he can't do anything else. So, maybe he can go in the announcement channel and like how like a lot of months ago he was like, I'm gonna have the sheep raid Sundog's house. Maybe he could threaten you like that if you want it, but like he's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna let it happen apparently.
Is that true, Colby? Would you let me have my way over you?
I don't know. Yes, very tight now.
You would let me have my way over you?
So you would you'd let UltraStarWars gape you?
Would you? Here's the thing. Would you call me daddy?
I don't know.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it from you right here, right now, you son of a bitch. Call me daddy, you sad, failed sack of jeans. Call me daddy.
Friend ranking.
Call me daddy. You will call me daddy.
You can either call him daddy or you can call him a bitch, Colby. But you need to make up your mind.
Could you repeat that, King Colby?
Yeah, you can be a bitch all you like.
So he's opposing you. So how do you feel about that, Star Wars fan?
I don't like that very much. I think I'm gonna have to call up Big Dick Randy, have him fly to New Zealand, and have Big Dick Randy show how ball twerking is really done in the States, because that how he does that New Zealand shit, that's amateur shit. Big Dick Randy, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Colby, your only talent's going to be taken. You need to do something about this.
I need to. Yeah, I soon need to end this talk right now because I've got to go to doctors at 3:30 in Lincoln.
Oh, so you're running away then.
That was on Monday, I thought.
Oh, I've just got to go to a doctor's appointment apparently because I'm prescription on meds.
Nah, he's running away because he's a bitch.
Sorry.
I mean, it's true. At least call me daddy, man.
Well,
Oh,
you know,
and he left.